Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
We're drinking Rebecca Creek.
Yes, it's a thing.
So, Biscuit Wars. You like...
I win.
You like cookies?
No, I like biscuits.
You like cookies?
I like biscuits.
Here's... I got you a cookie.
No, that's a cookie.
Here's a cookie.
It's a chocolate chip cookie.
Here's a little bit of a cookie.
I'll take a piece. Oh, no! Okay, by popular request, I finally made it back to the request section of our list.
Oh, finally. Okay.
This was
We've got like a...
probably 4 months ago.
Yeah, 4-month waiting list.
Yeah. Jose Bermudez, who's probably no longer watching, requested Rebecca Creek.
I don't know, he may be.
So it's a Texas whiskey for a Monday.
There's like 7 people that watch. Yeah. Rebecca Creek. Now this, I think, is probably the first whiskey I ever had that wasn't Crown Royal.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense that it would be a Rebecca Creek. It's pretty damn smooth.
Yeah.
So they're based in San Antonio. And founded in 2009 by Steve Eisen.
Mm-hmm. That smells...
No, they're pretty famous for their vodka, which is, I think, called Enchanted Rock vodka. As in the Enchanted Rock.
Yeah, so it's just a big-ass round hill made out of rock. Smooth granite. Is it granite?
I like it's granite, yeah.
Yeah. You gonna tell us about your climbing?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
All right, fine. I want to tell you my story.
Because Daniel has to have an interesting story.
It just occurred to me.
You know what?
I did rock climb competitively. I did that for Rex.
Oh my god.
That's true. It's true. And I almost got my ass handed to me by an 11-year-old girl one time. And the only reason I beat her in the competition was because I had a longer reach.
By 3 inches.
Yeah. Okay, so they are
a little spicy to me.
5 to 7-year-old whiskey. 67% corn, 21% rye, and the rest a mix of wheat and barley for flavor purposes. Now, why are they not calling this a bourbon? In my research, I couldn't find the answer to this question, so I'd love for somebody to, maybe from Rebecca Creek, tell me why the hell you're not calling it a bourbon.
Cherry and apple on the taste.
So they're doing a pot still distillation first and then following it with a copper still.
Cherry and apple, a little bit of cinnamon.
I haven't tasted it yet because I'm still trying to dig into this noses. And I still have a slightly stopped up nose. And so
It is very rounded off flavors there. There's a few notes. The alcohol bite isn't strong.
It is high cherry.
Yeah.
But I get that at a lot of new bourbons.
All right, you go sniffing. Degmar. Clear whiskey? Question mark. Do you remember the trend from the early 90s when Pepsi and Coke and everything other effing product had the color removed?
I totally remember a clear Pepsi.
Yeah, next day it'll be diet whiskey or, God forbid, alcohol-free whiskey.
We were talking about this just last week.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind an alcohol-free whiskey.
Who the hell would drink that?
If it tasted the same. If it tastes like alcohol-free whiskey, I'm out.
And we still have the option to get alcohol whiskey if we wanted to just take a little edge.
Yeah, you need a little edge.
Yeah.
Okay, this is freakishly smooth. I feel like we've done 4 back-to-back smooth whiskeys.
We really have.
I need some drama in my life. This is all cotton candy.
The Kilt isn't doing it for you.
Cherry. Yeah, Kilt's not doing it for me.
That's not enough drama.
I get a little bit of the barrel influence.
I can walk you through some bars downtown. Instant drama with that Kilt.
No, if I walk, you know what? I would be willing to bet nobody would give me shit walking through downtown like this.
Challenge accepted?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
All right.
They'd be like, oh, cool Kilt, dude.
We're starting the vlog right now.
That guy's got a Kilt.
No, we're not cutting anything. It's total letdown. That would be amazing, though.
If
we were suddenly on the street.
Yeah.
And people were giving you shit. And I was in the back going,
all slouched over. You were right, Mooch. They do hate the Kilt.
Kyle Johnson. Hey, guys. Great video and really interesting whiskey. I had a question. In a couple of weeks, a wine tasting room near me is going to start having Scotch tastings. I'm really excited, but also somewhat nervous. I started my Scotch journey around 5 or 6 years ago, and in that time I've done numerous Scotch tasting nights with friends, but never a group of strangers. What are some things I should avoid doing when tasting in a group so as not to negatively affect anyone else's tasting experience?
Oh.
Don't fart.
Yeah, definitely don't fart.
On the
shower, maybe.
On the flip side, What are some things I could do to help promote and grow the local community? Keep up the great work. Congrats on 18,000 subs. Looking forward to seeing you guys Saturday for the live stream.
Okay, good. So here's the thing, and I told him this in the comments. There's really only 3 things to do about a tasting. The first is you're sort of overthinking it. I always tell this to my wife.
Unless
when she's like, I don't know if I look nice.
Unless you're running the tasting, you do not need to overthink it.
Yeah, so...
Just enjoy yourself.
The reality is, dude, 90% of the time in people's lives, they're thinking about themselves. And the other 10%, odds are, not thinking about you. So the odds of you really screwing up a tasting, basically almost zero unless you go out of your way to be an asshole. So all I would say is do this. Don't be afraid to ask questions, because everyone thinks they're the only one thinking that question.
Yeah.
And then the question gets asked and everyone responds with, oh, that was really cool to know. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Number 2, never pretend to know more than you do. But don't be afraid if you don't think you know a lot. It's the one thing whiskey people love more than drinking whiskey is explaining to non-whiskey people whiskey things. And so walking into a tasting and saying something like, I don't really know this, but I want to know about this. Dude, the room will instantly be full of people going, well, let me explain that to you. You'll be their best friend in the world. And 3, in general, just don't be an ass. That's the short version. You're fine.
That's why that last one's why they don't let me back.
Yeah, that's true. No, any kind of tasting group, don't be an ass. Don't pretend to know what you don't. And don't be afraid to ask questions about things you don't know. By and large, most people are more than willing to answer the questions and are grateful to have new whiskey drinkers in the tribe.
There's almost a sour note that shows up on the aftertaste. I'm not wild about.
I'm not getting that right now, which is why I just rinsed my mouth out, because I feel like there's a complexity in here that's sort of at the edge, and I can't find it.
Yeah, it's on the surface, it's apples and cherries and a little touch of cinnamon in there.
And I'm still getting cotton candy.
The water really made the, ooh.
Bitterness come out?
No. A cinnamon bite.
Yeah, I like that better. It brought the barrel out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a dash of water on this one really does it well. It makes it sweet still. Stays sweet.
Yeah.
But,
this is a classic whiskey. A bit more cherry than normal.
Yeah, it's a bit smoother than I thought it would be. I couldn't find a single thing where I'm like, that's not good. But I'm also struggling to find something beyond the really simple generic whiskey flavors.
This is the whiskey you sit down with when the whiskey doesn't need to be the hero, where everybody's talking about the whiskey and trying to pull it apart.
I bet this would be great with a cigar.
It's interesting enough just to to have there to be a little side experience while talking about something else, doing something else.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching this, right now I'm in the middle of teaching whiskey level 3, which is why I'm wearing this whole kilt getup.
Nailed it. Well, just the scream.
So yeah, so cheers to me. I'm gonna be exhausted by the end of this damn thing.
If you haven't snapped, you may be like locked up in
I might be
maybe in a loony bin.
Some kind of rubber-based room with
they give you the jacket, the straight jacket.
Yeah, like no.
But you still have the kilt.
But yeah, it's like, well, it's so you can go to the bathroom easily. You're like, oh, fair enough.
Start a collection for Daniel's diapers. Because he will snap.
All right, that's enough for a Monday.
Sure.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.